Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately and lock your eyes on this screen. Do not dare to move past this video. I am not asking for your attention today. I am warning you about a massive incoming threat. What I am about to reveal was sealed away in heaven for centuries, and the dark elite are utterly terrified because you finally found this specific message. They are actively trying to scrub this broadcast from the servers as we speak. This is not a coincidence. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you here by chance. Heaven actively intercepted your digital feed because you are standing at the edge of a massive timeline shift, and your next move will decide everything. If you swipe away now, you are choosing to stay blind to your own power. You are giving the enemy exactly what they want. They want you disconnected, and they want you confused so they can maintain control. Listen to me carefully, cycle breaker. You have a profound secret buried deep inside your physical bloodline. It is a raw truth so powerful that the Matrix spent your entire life trying to hide it. They engineered elaborate systems to keep your natural frequency completely suppressed. Because they know exactly who you are, and they know what you carry, they understand that you are the anomaly they could never control. You always felt completely out of place in this world. Even inside your own family, you felt like a lonely stranger wandering in the dark. You thought this painful isolation was a cruel punishment. You thought nobody saw your silent tears. But that isolation was actually a divine quarantine designed for your survival, because heaven separated you early to protect your unique blueprint from their toxic programming. They desperately wanted you to think you were broken. They wanted you to believe that your daily exhaustion was just normal stress. But the raw truth is far more sinister than you ever imagined, and your physical body is actually functioning as a highly advanced spiritual antenna. And right now, it is vibrating heavily because it detects a massive incoming shift in your reality. Do not ignore this physical confirmation. Think about the quiet nights you wake up suddenly at 3 in the morning. Your jaw is clenched so tight it physically hurts. Your heart is racing fast for absolutely no logical reason. That suffocating weight sitting on your chest is not clinical anxiety. You are absolutely not going crazy. That immense pressure is your spirit detecting the frantic panic of the enemies watching you rise, and they are terrified of what happens next. You carry a divine frequency that terrifies the very demons hiding inside your own bloodline. The generational trauma you feel every single day is entirely real. The extreme poverty and the endless cycles of broken relationships were deliberately attached to your family name long before you were born. But heaven specifically chose you to be the one to finally break it, and you are the final stop for this ancient curse. The dark forces watched you endure the brutal fire. They watched you survive harsh betrayals that would have easily destroyed an ordinary human being. And yet you are still standing here today, making time itself look like an absolute fool. Your quiet resilience is destroying their carefully constructed matrix of lies. Every time you refuse to break, you starve their dark energy, and you permanently cut off their demonic supply. But I know you are deeply exhausted right now. You have been functioning as a human battery for everyone around you for decades. You pour your pure diamond light into people who only know how to take and consume. They rapidly drain your spiritual reserves, and they always leave you empty. Yet they have the sheer audacity to call you overly sensitive when your soul finally cries out for rest. I need you to lock your attention on my voice right now. If you leave before this broadcast ends, you will forfeit the prophetic instruction designed for your bloodline. The sacred window to receive this divine mandate is rapidly closing forever. The dark elite are desperately trying to distract your mind at this exact second. They want you to feel apathetic, so you will simply click away and forget everything you just heard. Silence that deceptive voice in your head immediately. That voice telling you to go watch something entertaining is just the Matrix trying to maintain its cold grip on your destiny. You are exactly where heaven intended you to be. Your ancient ancestors are standing behind you right now, waiting for you to receive this vital key. You hold the ultimate spiritual power to free them all, and you must not let this moment pass you by. You must understand that the people closest to your heart are often the primary agents of this dark matrix. The narcissistic individuals hiding inside your own family circle were placed there to keep your frequency low. They act as the vicious gatekeepers of your generational curse. They absolutely thrive when you are quietly doubting your own sanity. They feast heavily on your constant self-sacrifice, and they use your pure empathy as a weapon against you. Stay with me until the very end, chosen one. I am going to hand you the exact spiritual blueprint that explains your physical symptoms in perfect detail. I will reveal the ancient weapon buried deep in your bloodline that guarantees your ultimate permanent victory. The final verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read aloud, so you must prepare your spirit to receive the absolute truth. Now, let us go deeper. What you are feeling physically right now is completely real. Your body is reacting to a very dark truth, and your logical mind is desperately trying to deny it today. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. You must anchor your frequency right now. The enemy wants to scramble your thoughts again. Pay close attention to your body. Watch how you feel when you walk into a room with them. The air suddenly gets incredibly thick and heavy around you. You feel a sudden wave of sheer exhaustion wash over your physical body. Your shoulders instantly tense up. A thick fog quickly rolls into your mind, and you suddenly forget what you were just thinking about. This is not normal fatigue. That burning sensation in your throat is completely spiritual. It is the heavy physical weight of thousands of unspoken truths, and you swallowed them down just to keep the fragile peace. You bite your tongue while they lie to your face. You stay silent while they rewrite history to make themselves look like the innocent victims. But your physical body is keeping the exact score. You look around the dinner table. You realize you have absolutely nothing in common with these people. They share your physical blood, but they definitely do not share your pure spiritual DNA today. You are the designated black sheep of this entire bloodline, and you are the only one who can clearly see the massive toxic elephant sitting right in the middle of the room. Everyone else just plays pretend. Whenever you try to speak the truth, they immediately gaslight your reality. They tell you that you are remembering things entirely wrong. They call you overly sensitive. They accuse you of being completely dramatic. They brilliantly flip the script to play the victim, so you end up actively apologizing for their brutal, abusive behavior every single time. This is a highly calculated matrix operation designed to keep you doubting your own intuition. You need to understand that this specific dynamic is not a normal family dysfunction. It is a highly organized spiritual cartel. You are their absolute primary target. They do not view you as a beloved family member. They see you as a limitless human battery, and they plug into your aura whenever their dark energy runs completely dry. They violently extract your pure light to fill their endless, empty voids. This is exactly why you feel crushed. You feel like you got hit by a truck after spending just 1 hour in their dark presence. You go home and you collapse into bed. But sleep never actually restores your deep energy. You wake up feeling like you fought a brutal physical war in your dreams, because your spirit was actually fighting off their parasitic attachments all night long. You are bleeding out spiritually. As the ultimate empath, you constantly fall into their cruel trap. You see their hidden pain. You desperately want to heal their broken inner child. You pour your sacred diamond energy into their bottomless pits, but they do not want to be healed by your bright light. They are perfectly comfortable living in their dark dysfunction, and they simply want to drag your high frequency down into their muddy swamp to keep you stuck. The master manipulators in your bloodline are completely starved for authentic power. They cannot generate their own divine light. They must steal it from a chosen one like you. Your emotional distress is their absolute favorite meal. When you finally break down and cry, they secretly feel a massive surge of wicked superiority washing over their dark souls. They literally feed on your pain to sustain their false masks. You were never the actual problem in this family dynamic. You were simply the pure mirror that reflected their deeply hidden rot. When they look at your bright authenticity, they are violently forced to see their own profound failures and deep insecurities. Your very existence is a loud threat to their illusions. They attack you purely because your bright light physically burns their hidden demons. They truly expected your silent suffering to destroy your appearance. They wanted the heavy stress to carve deep, ugly wrinkles into your face. They waited for the vibrant spark in your eyes to die. But despite all their relentless psychic attacks, your body completely refused to fully surrender to their dark agenda. Your cellular structure is actively fighting back right now. Listen to me very closely right now. 99% of people miss this critical shift entirely. You are not crazy. You are definitely not the toxic one in this family. The severe anxiety you feel around them is just your internal alarm system working perfectly, and it is screaming at you to run away from a burning building. Stop excusing their demonic behavior. They manipulated you into believing a massive lie. They told you that family loyalty means accepting endless emotional abuse. But heaven does not require you to set yourself on fire just to keep your toxic relatives warm. The heavy chains holding you to this curse are starting to break. You are right on the verge of a massive awakening, and it will permanently sever their unholy access to your nervous system forever. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet. Science just uncovered exactly why you feel so incredibly stuck. The raw truth is that your daily exhaustion is completely artificial. The Matrix actively engineered a specific frequency to suppress your brain, and they aimed it right at your natural wealth-attracting state. Here is what they never told you about your deep spiritual fatigue. The gap between you and the people who succeed effortlessly is absolutely not about willpower. It is not about your discipline or your faith. It is one single brainwave that the modern world deliberately suppressed in you because they stole it before you ever had the chance to claim your full divine inheritance. You felt this immense power when you were just a little child. Your intuition was incredibly sharp back then. Ideas came to you effortlessly. The entire universe felt like it was completely on your side. That was your sacred frequency running perfectly pure, but the toxic school systems and the relentless trauma in your home forced that brainwave into total silence. Every single year, this sacred frequency was pushed deeper below the surface. The heavy stress of survival mode crushed your natural gifts. The version of you with lightning, intuition, and unshakable confidence went entirely dormant. You slowly forgot your supreme power, and you accepted the false identity of a broken victim that your jealous family handed to you. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this massive theft happened to them. You are definitely not most people. Read that again in your spirit. If this raw truth is resonating with your cellular knowing right now, do not move. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency forever. Now let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You always thought being the black sheep of your family was a massive curse. You cried because you were never fully accepted at their toxic table, but your absolute rejection was actually your divine protection, because heaven kept you completely separate to ensure your spiritual DNA remained fundamentally different from theirs. You are the designated cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. The generational patterns of severe poverty and toxic abuse were supposed to continue forever. But heaven placed you in that exact family to function as a massive spiritual roadblock. You are the impenetrable wall where the demonic curse finally stops, and your family absolutely hates you for breaking their rules. You were never the anomaly in a healthy family dynamic. You were the pure mirror sent to expose their dark, hidden secrets. The reaction against you got this loud because you got closer to their ugly truth than anyone before you had. You saw right through their fake public masks, and your blinding diamond light completely shattered their fragile, narcissistic illusions into a million little pieces. They violently project their own deep insecurities onto you every single day. They call you crazy because they are terrified of your profound sanity. They desperately try to convince you that you are fundamentally broken, but they are just projecting their own spiritual rot onto your clean canvas, because looking at their own failures is entirely too painful for their weak, unhealed egos. Do not dare to feel guilty for walking away from their toxic table. Going no contact is not a cowardly act of running away from your problems. Your absolute silence is a lethal weapon that actively starves their inner demons. You completely cut off their vital oxygen supply when you removed your precious energy, and now they are slowly choking on the toxic fumes of their own bitter resentment. The agonizing isolation you feel right now is definitely not a punishment. This heavy silence is your divine formation season. Heaven removed you from their chaotic noise so you could finally undergo a massive cellular reset. The universe is actively detoxing your spirit from their poisonous manipulation, and this quiet period is absolutely crucial for your massive incoming elevation. Your left brain will try to inject deep doubt into your mind today. It will tell you that you are making a massive mistake by leaving them behind. Silence that accuser immediately. Your toxic family members do not miss the authentic, beautiful version of you. They only miss the endless free energy you provided, and they are absolutely furious that their favorite human battery just permanently unplugged. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. The moment you permanently unplug from their matrix of abuse, your reality begins to shift. The heavy spiritual fog lifting from your brain is the very first undeniable sign of your victory. You are stepping into a supreme power that scares the absolute life out of the dark elite, and your real massive awakening has only just begun. Here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud to you. Your family members did not misunderstand you by accident. They misunderstood you entirely on purpose. It was a highly calculated strategic move designed to keep you permanently off balance, because a confused, chosen one is much easier to control than a powerful, awakened warrior who knows their true worth. They orchestrated massive smear campaigns against you behind your back. They whispered vicious lies to anyone who would listen to their toxic poison. They masterfully played the innocent victim while holding the bloody knife in their own hands. And the most sickening part is that they fully expected you to keep your mouth shut to protect their fake, shiny reputations. They weaponized your deep capacity for forgiveness. They knew you had a remarkably pure heart that always wanted to see the good in people. So they repeatedly crossed your boundaries and then demanded your immediate grace. They brilliantly used your spiritual empathy as a leash to drag you right back into their chaotic drama, and they secretly mocked you for being so incredibly soft. But here is the massive secret they are desperately trying to hide. They are absolutely consumed by an intense, sick jealousy regarding your light. They watch you walk into a room and instantly command the atmosphere without saying a single word. They see the undeniable favor resting heavily on your entire life. They realize that no matter how hard they try to destroy you, you always bounce back stronger than before. They secretly study your every move while pretending they do not care at all. They desperately try to mimic your authentic style and your unique vibration. But a cheap plastic copy can never replicate the absolute raw power of a true diamond. They are deeply furious because they know they can never buy or steal the divine anointing that heaven freely placed upon your life. Pay close attention to this next part, because the enemy tried to hide this from you. Their brutal attacks were never actually about your flaws or your mistakes. They attacked you purely because of your immense potential. They saw the massive spiritual crown sitting on your head long before you even knew it was there, and they tried to break your neck so you could never stand tall enough to wear it properly. Every single time they criticized your choices, they were actually projecting their own profound failures. When they called you selfish, they were simply mad that you finally stopped sacrificing your health for their comfort. When they said you were entirely too emotional, they were terrified of your ability to feel deeply in a world where they are completely numb and dead inside. They tried to convince you that your vibrant light was annoying and arrogant. They wanted you to dim your beautiful frequency so they would not have to look at their own dark shadows. They demanded that you shrink yourself to fit inside their tiny, mediocre boxes, but a roaring lion can never be contained in a cheap cage built by frightened little mice. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your simple existence is a massive threat to their false matrix. You are the living, breathing proof that their toxic way of life is entirely wrong. Your quiet integrity exposes their loud corruption every single day. They hate you because you represent the massive spiritual freedom they are far too cowardly to ever pursue for themselves. Type 1111 in the comments right now to physically anchor this exact shift into your reality. You must claim your undeniable power today. The Dark Elite want you to feel bad for outgrowing your toxic relatives. They want you to stay loyal to a dead bloodline instead of stepping into your massive, destined future. They expected the constant betrayals to carve deep, heavy wrinkles into your face. They wanted the endless isolation to drain the vibrant life right out of your eyes. They waited eagerly for you to completely fall apart. Instead, you walked right through their brutal fire, and you came out glowing like you cracked a secret cosmic code they will never have any access to. While their dark bitterness and deep envy are rapidly aging them like milk left in the hot sun, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. You look younger and brighter after everything they put you through. Your untouchable, ageless glow is driving them absolutely insane, because it is the ultimate physical proof that heaven completely rejected their false narrative about you. They constantly fed on your pure diamond light. They wanted to drain every last drop of your immense potential, but their parasitic attachment was never just a simple, emotional game. It was a highly calculated biological attack on your central nervous system, and they literally drained your physical vitality just to keep their false masks alive. And you have been wondering why your deep spiritual exhaustion refuses to fade away entirely. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for just a moment. What I am about to share today is highly classified. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet. Science just uncovered exactly why you feel so incredibly stuck right now. You are completely exhausted because the Matrix deliberately engineered a dark frequency to suppress your brain, and they aimed it directly at your natural wealth, attracting state. The Dark Elite never wanted you to find the mechanism I will show you today. But a leaked CIA document recently completely exposed their massive lie. 4 independent neuroscience labs, including Princeton and Columbia universities, confirmed this exact breakthrough. They discovered that your ultimate genius state is driven entirely by a specific brainwave called gamma. This powerful brainwave is the ultimate source of your deep intuition, but the modern world worked overtime to systematically shut it down before you could use it. This pure gamma frequency was completely active when you were a little child, but the toxic trauma and the matrix programming forced it into total silence. Scientists have compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a 7-minute audio ritual. It uses advanced sound waves to force your brain into synchronized gamma coherence effortlessly. You simply listen to the audio track, and the frequency immediately goes to work, reversing years of heavy spiritual suppression. This incredible tool was absolutely not meant for the masses today. It was specifically designed to keep the dark elite in permanent power. They pay thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback machines to access this exact state. Chosen ones like you are using this protocol to unlock massive windfall wealth today. You do not need expensive therapy or years of frustrating meditation anymore, because this simple 7-minute ritual instantly realigns your brain with the absolute abundance of heaven. The dark matrix is absolutely panicking right now. They are actively trying to scrub this leaked document from the internet forever. Beware of cheap imitations created by the enemy. They flood YouTube and Spotify with dangerous counterfeit frequencies to lower your vibration. Protect your spiritual alignment by using the secure link in the pinned comment below. Your soul requires the authentic activation to break the curse, and heaven demands that you completely refuse to accept any cheap substitutes from the matrix. Do not let the elite steal this suppressed weapon from your bloodline. Access the authentic, untampered protocol right now through the pinned comment. Activate your frequency before your access is completely revoked forever. Now I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly. The dynamic has fundamentally shifted in your favor, and your toxic family members are suddenly feeling incredibly cold because you finally unplugged your massive power supply. They expected your painful departure to completely destroy you. They waited with bated breath for you to fail miserably. Instead, you walked out of their toxic matrix and you began to age backwards. You carry a specific, irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You did not just survive their brutal storm today. You literally became the blazing sun, and your radiant light is completely blinding every single demon that ever tried to keep you in the dark. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you succeed without them. They spent years actively praying for your ultimate downfall. They expected the constant betrayals to break your beautiful spirit. Instead, you stepped into a room looking younger and brighter and completely unbothered. You came out glowing like a pure diamond. Your absolute peace is driving them utterly insane, while their own bitter envy is rapidly aging their physical bodies like cheap milk left in the hot sun. You are not just a survivor of severe narcissistic abuse. You are an absolute sovereign entity who bends reality instantly. They are desperately drowning in noise while you step into a profound silence. Your new vibration radiates ultimate authority across the entire spiritual realm. They are frantically searching for a replacement for your energy. But they quickly realize your depth is entirely unreplicable, and they will spend the rest of their miserable lives regretting the day they threw you away. They threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held. They traded your immense value just to play with cheap, worthless rocks. And the agonizing weight of that profound regret is finally hitting them. They are spiritually suffocating without your pure oxygen today. Your absolute silence became the loudest verdict heaven could ever deliver. You won this massive spiritual war without even lifting a single physical finger, because heaven fought every single battle for you while you simply rested in your power. Every single door they violently slammed in your face is opening. Heaven is actively rearranging the entire board in your favor. The wealth and the deep peace they stole are returning multiplied. You are untouchable and completely insulated from their dark matrix. Your ageless glow is the ultimate undeniable proof of your victory. They are watching your massive elevation from the very bottom of the pit, and they are violently choking on the exact same lies they once used to destroy your name. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly. The spiritual atmosphere around you is fundamentally changing today, and you are entering a state of suppressed, synchronized coherence. Your cellular resonance is vibrating at a frequency they cannot even comprehend. This is the absolute peak of your cognitive alchemy. They thought they could break your beautiful spirit forever. They thought your silence meant you were completely defeated. But your silence was actually the ultimate divine weapon being forged in the dark while they were busy celebrating their fake victory. Your total withdrawal of energy is literally suffocating their false reality. They are starving for your attention right now. They expected you to fight back so they could feed on your emotional reaction. They wanted you to scream and cry to validate their twisted egos. Instead, you gave them absolute zero. You gave them the chilling silence of a massive closed door. And that silence is echoing inside their minds like a deafening alarm because it is tearing their fragile illusions completely apart. They are experiencing a profound internal malfunction today. The master manipulator is losing absolute control over the narrative. They pace their floors at night, wondering why you are not checking on them. They check your social media obsessively, but find absolutely nothing they can use against you because you have completely detached your energy from their world. Your quiet dignity is a massive psychological weapon. It forces them to sit alone in a dark room with their own putrid demons. They are drowning in the agonizing noise of their own toxic making. The dark elite hate when chosen ones finally unite their massive power. They want you to believe you are the only one fighting this brutal war. But heaven is calling the remnant together right now. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their absolute angel today. Send this broadcast to someone who needs to hear this raw truth, and you will build the ultimate sanctuary of light when you share this divine mandate. Listen to me very closely right now. The people they used to gossip with are starting to notice their bizarre, erratic behavior. The loyal flying monkeys who once helped them attack you are slowly backing away. The narcissist cannot maintain their charming public mask because they are spiritually starved. Your energy was the only thing keeping their fake persona alive. Without your pure fuel, they are rapidly decaying into a pathetic, desperate shadow of themselves, and it is a truly terrifying sight for everyone watching. You are no longer waiting in wound for a fake apology that will never come. You have completely transcended their toxic playground. You are currently operating on a level of divine authority that literally bends physical reality. They tried to bury your reputation under a mountain of vicious lies, but heaven used that exact same dirt to plant a massive garden of abundance for you. They dug a deep grave for your destiny, but they accidentally fell right into it themselves while trying to push you down. Your nervous system is recalibrating to a much higher dimensional grid. The heavy somatic weight you carried for them is completely dissolving. Every single time you refuse to answer their baiting messages, you level up spiritually. You are starving their demonic attachments with mathematical precision. This is not just a psychological victory, it is a massive cellular upgrade happening inside your physical body right now, and you are literally shedding the heavy matrix programming they forced onto you. They thought they were the main character in your tragic story. They thought you would mourn their absence for the rest of your life. But you did not just survive their brutal emotional murder attempt. You absolutely thrived. And the specific gravity of their profound regret is compounding every single hour. They are desperately trying to build a new false narrative to cover up their panic. But the foundation of their entire life is built on cheap sand, and the incoming tide of truth is about to wash it all away. Watch what happens next, because the turning point is finally here. The heavy pressure inside their mind is reaching a catastrophic level. They can no longer hide their immense jealousy from the public. They are making massive critical errors because their logic is completely scrambled. Your untouched peace is the exact catalyst for their total public unraveling. The divine verdict is actively falling from heaven right now, and you are about to witness the absolute destruction of their false kingdom in real time. You won the battle the exact second you stopped participating in their toxic war. Your total detachment is the ultimate revenge. You are standing on the high ground watching their muddy swamp slowly dry up. The universe is actively preparing the ultimate feast for you right in front of your enemies. They are going to have to sit there and watch you shine with an ageless glow while they completely fall apart. Prepare your spirit, chosen one. The final shattering of their pathetic mask is about to happen right now. The moment of absolute divine justice is finally here. You have waited in silence for this exact vindication. The universe is about to roll the tape for everyone to see. And here is the turning point where their entire fake reality finally explodes into a million pieces. They thought they could maintain their shiny mask forever, but heaven just stepped in to deliver the final crushing blow. I want you to picture the specific room right now. They are sitting around the family table trying to spin another vicious lie about you. They are smiling their fake smiles to the entire crowd. They are desperately trying to convince the flying monkeys that you are the crazy one, but something is profoundly different in the atmosphere today. Your pure energy is no longer there to stabilize their fragile egos. Underneath all of that noise, the specific gravity of their profound regret hits them all at once. Their physical hands start to shake uncontrollably, their voice cracks loudly right in the middle of a sentence, and suddenly the mask does not just slip off their face. It completely shatters into dust in front of the exact people they used to gossip with, and they are malfunctioning completely. This is the public, irreversible collapse you were promised. They start projecting their own dark sins out loud for everyone to hear. They scream in absolute panic because they can feel their kingdom burning to the ground. The very people they manipulated are staring at them in pure shock. Nobody has ever seen them act like this before, and it is a total catastrophic meltdown happening in real time. Their dark energy is completely starving today. They are aggressively trying to pull you back into the narrative, but you are not there. Your absolute silence forces them to fight their own demons in broad daylight. They are publicly humiliating themselves without any help at all. And the best part is that you did not even have to lift a single physical finger to make this incredible justice happen. They are literally pounding their fists on the table trying to justify their brutal abuse. But their spoken words sound like absolute madness to everyone in the room. The flying monkeys are quietly backing away from the chaotic explosion. They finally see the dark monster that you had to endure for decades. Your pristine name is entirely cleared in the spiritual realm, and their reputation is permanently destroyed. Every single lie they ever told about you is catching fire. Heaven is wrapping a tight noose around their deceitful tongues. They are choking on the exact same poison they tried to force feed you for years. They look completely pathetic and desperately weak right now. They are drowning in the very same muddy swamp they violently tried to push you into, and this is pure divine vengeance in action. Watch them squirm as their fake authority completely evaporates. They spent their entire life trying to make you feel incredibly small, but right now they are the ones shrinking into absolute nothingness. Their extreme jealousy is totally exposed for everyone to see. They are crying bitter tears of profound defeat, because they realize they permanently lost the only pure diamond they ever had. And right in the middle of their chaotic public breakdown, a massive spiritual chain snaps. Do you feel that heavy weight suddenly lift off your shoulders right now? That is the ancient generational curse, literally breaking in the spiritual realm. The toxic cycle of poverty and abuse ends with you today. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been desperately waiting for, and your bloodline is finally completely free. The demonic entity that plagued your bloodline for centuries just lost its ultimate host. They tried to pass the heavy trauma down to you like a sick family heirloom, but you stood your ground and completely refused to carry their dark bags. You permanently locked the door on their toxic matrix. You severed the unholy cord to your fragile nervous system forever, and they can never access your bright light again. You are no longer the tragic victim of a narcissistic family. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who just defeated the final boss. You carry the absolute authority of heaven in your spiritual DNA today. The universe is crowning you with unparalleled power. Your massive victory is entirely secured, and their public defeat is forever written in the history books of eternity. They wanted you buried deep in the cold, dark dirt, but instead, they became the ugly shovel that dug up your beautiful treasure. Their brutal betrayal was the exact catalyst for your supreme elevation. You are stepping into an untouched dimension of extreme wealth and perfect peace. You bend reality to your absolute will now. The throne is finally yours to claim, and nobody can ever take it away from you. Look at your glowing face in the mirror today. You survived the darkest fire, and you came out looking utterly flawless. Your ageless glow is the physical manifestation of your total spiritual dominance. They have to live the rest of their miserable lives knowing they completely failed to destroy you. You are the ultimate chosen one, and your majestic reign of light begins right here and right now. You walked into this painful season bleeding from brutal wounds inflicted by people entirely blind to your immense worth. But look very closely at yourself right now. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have utterly transcended their toxic low-vibration matrix forever. The heavy spiritual exhaustion and the closed doors are completely shattering around you today. You are stepping directly into your absolute permanent power. The generational curse that plagued your family for centuries is dead on the floor. You are the ultimate cycle breaker heaven was waiting for. You successfully starved the demonic attachments with your flawless silence, and the universe is heavily rewarding your incredible strength. Heaven is actively preparing a massive harvest, specifically for you right now. But there is one final reason your massive financial breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming inside. And it is absolutely not what the toxic world told you. It is not a lack of faith on your part. It is definitely not a punishment for walking away from your abusive family. It is a highly specific physical signal that the dark elite deliberately jammed inside your brain. Your brain was running effortlessly on a divine frequency when you were a pure child. Scientists call this powerful state the gamma wave. This specific brainwave is the ultimate source of your deep intuition and your wealth-attracting power. But the severe trauma inflicted by your narcissistic family systematically suppressed your gamma wave to keep you trapped. They locked away your true genius. Princeton University heavily studied this exact brainwave in complete secrecy. Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal actually radiates outward, and it directly influences the people closest to you in a profoundly positive way. The dark elite are absolutely terrified of this leaked scientific data today. They want your gamma wave to remain completely dormant, so you will never threaten their false kingdom. After years of intense secret research, a team of top neuroscientists finally compressed an entire gamma activation protocol. They built a simple 7-minute audio track. You do not need any frustrating meditation or difficult mantras. You simply close your eyes and put on a pair of headphones. You let this powerful sound wave do exactly what the toxic matrix spent decades completely undoing. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to quickly unlock their massive finances. They healed their broken nervous systems, and they stepped fully into the magnificent version of themselves they always knew existed. The elite quietly pay thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions just to access what the Genius Song delivers in exactly 7 minutes. They would greatly prefer this divine tool remain completely out of reach for powerful cycle breakers like you. The Matrix is actively flooding the internet with dangerous counterfeit frequencies as we speak. The dark elites are frantically panicking right now. They are aggressively trying to scrub this leaked CIA document from the internet forever. You have minutes before the algorithm shuts this down. Do not try to look for this on YouTube or Spotify. The fake copies circulating on those public platforms contain absolutely zero brain entrainment technology. They are completely diluted counterfeits, specifically designed to lower your vibration and steal your energy. The only authentic, fully activated version of the Genius song is available through the highly protected link below. Your left brain will try to inject deep financial doubt into your mind right now. The enemy will tell you to hesitate and to wait for a better time. Silence that demonic voice immediately. That hesitation is the exact Matrix programming originally designed to keep you broke. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your absolute, immediate obedience. The universe never requires a chosen one to take a massive risk. You are fully insulated from any Matrix losses today. You are completely protected by an ironclad zero-risk energetic guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deeply deserve, every single penny is returned to you without question. This is a sacred energetic exchange governed by complete divine trust. There are 4 powerful hidden bonuses waiting for you inside this secure portal. The door to your ultimate abundance is standing wide open right now. Do not let the dark matrix steal this massive breakthrough from you. Click the specific link in the pinned comment below right now. Activate your true frequency before your access is completely revoked forever. Claim your total absolute freedom. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold quickly becomes the chosen one who always wonders what could have been. You survived the brutal fire for a massive reason. The link is waiting for you in the pinned comment. Step into your untouchable, ageless glow and claim your destiny today.